Thank you so much, Sierra. And yeah, I agree with Emily. There is an arsenal for AKV to deal with Starbound, and they have the firepower to boot, but it's also about closing out the map. And to not win that second map when you had both pistols is so surprising.
Definitely will give a lot of confidence for what are done in this third map, although they've come in with a slight compositional change for the defensive side. Juna switching out from the Astra to play the Omen. And we'll talk about it in a bit, though. AKV are actually looking to make a lot of noise towards this A side first in terms of showing a hand and hopefully forcing some rotates. But there's not been really any big inserts as of yet for the side of AKV, so they'll just have to stop and go into the mid round. It's going to have to be tasty to find the information as their camera got broken early.
And Lied has shown just how good they are at the Neon throughout LATAM, and just the fragging potential that has just been waiting. And had a quieter map too, but showed up near the end. But you're gonna need Lied at full power, just like Bind. If you want to push WADA to their limits, is now AKV head to the end of the site. PowerPixel already revealing their position and just trying to keep AKV nervous, to keep them honest. As WADA around the corner, flashes, blinds, a lot to throw at AKV, who want to keep their distance. Now the paranoia is right at the top, which only really affecting Dano, but I guess not for too long. AKV's crossfire is what really matters, and them always winning pistols, that's just a whole different story.
And you see the changes coming through from the Omen out from the Astra. I think in one part, I know the Des has been talking about giving a lot of responsibility to Starbound with this crazy composition that comes out from WADA. But I think a lot of responsibility comes for as a team, as you need to probably play a lot more coordinate to be able to get these inserts from, you know, your chamber into some good spots. So the Astra's pretty good for those recalls. But switching out to that smoke to the Omen, you see the value that brings. They tried to go for a triple flash flood back into the site from the Vise, the Omen paranoia, and also the Euro flash. The thing that solved them all, one aftershock. One piece of util from the hell of Dano avoids that from happening. So WADA has to play on site a little bit more or start going for these flank plays, because the flood back is going to get stalled every single time that Dano is going to be staying up here in these post-plant scenarios on A.
And Adora's just trying to be that plug-and-play player, and well, got plugged up with bullets, that's for sure. Just walking down mid, no off a contact play, and all of AKV were hanging around, and now it feels like the sky's the limit. Now they're just gonna slip past. No, Starbound trips them up. We'll be able to recover that weapon. AKV is evacuating WADA, at least attempting to, but wait, in the smoke! PowerPixel is a raid boss! What are we talking about? What looked like an assured round 5v4. WADA potentially stolen away. They only have the Bulldog, though. They have the Spike and Vision. They know where Turret is. This is cooked.
Also getting dinked was she was trying to move up towards Heaven. One and I were playing that they had 3 ISOs in the roster. One smoke being thrown into the site. You had to play more anchored up is what I was trying to mention before. And Starbound did an excellent job to get the first pick and then engage the players to mini gulag in the smoke fight. That was all in favor of PowerPixel and Juna with the support cast inside that smoke. Look at these shots. Another one right there. Stralis with the help, a third one in. All 3 kills in the smokes as you have a scale attempt from AKV into the A site. So yeah, they can't win pistols. They get thrifties. It's okay. We got a game.
Now definitely being more cautious around mid. Starbound, it's exactly where you need to put them. It's watching this mid map as AKV used to having that control. I have to go through garage, and there's a flash from Juna there. Or actually not Juna, it's Astralis this time. They swap roles. AKV would want any kind of close encounter with the right clicks, and AKV just can't get anything in their favor.
Try and get a Bucky something right now. Yeah, it works out. They kind of troll with a flash into the garage to blind PowerPixel, but at least the trade's there, and PowerPixel, the more deaths you're getting, it's okay. You're going to get the Dota false up as soon as possible, but This is looking to be pretty clean, at least for now. Only losing one player in the process for the side of the defense. Amazing entry shots starting off here on these off angles, top sides, easy TPs out. I should have kept talking. My bad, chat. I should have been the filter on that one, but WADA has a rifle coming through. Odin's still available for Power Pick Slate, but they also have the Outlaw available here to hold a strong choke point and front B side. So you're funneling the players over on C.
Lied wants to get active after seeing Astralis escape into the shadows after doing some initial damage, but AKV work the map and Tasty working their magic. Jeez. A lot of kills from AKV coming from mid. And Starbound has to readjust to kind of match their pace. Usually Starbound's watching mid and they're able to contest that better, and Adora goes uncontested and now gets to teleport back to safety. Starbound faces danger head on. AKV now just break in. They have that window. They have the paranoia, but it's all a fake. Waiting for them with open arms as Astralis not expecting the walk back. Astralis somehow lives to tell the tale. It's just not over. AKV now forced to funnel back right into the A site, and WADA ready for them. Bulldog on the flank and now rotating back in position. The spike barely gets picked up there by Tasty after getting rained on by an Odin.
What is destroyed?
Camera now can't be used from Tasty. Don't even need the neural theft. You know exactly what's on the menu. Astralis could be the one to make contact first, since, you know, you're 5 HP. Oh, and the flash out will force Tasty into an encounter. So they're kind of using this cage to silently readjust and play their lives and forced to fight after getting shot through the box. Astralis 5 HP! Clutches some ult. Wow. WADA at 5 HP. I can't believe that.
That's what I'm saying. I thought that was winnable right there. The way that Tasty just moved around that map on a 1v2, they made it back towards sewers and just tucked into the corner, isolated 2 individual fights, and could have ran the clock down. And then it became once again a chess match. Astralis has to be chasing me. I should be swinging out. If not, I have to underline that beautiful play at the beginning. The way that they punished Juno walking out from that garage door. They placed the camera behind the boxes thinking that they've misplaced the cam. So then you have Juno walking out like trying to chase a piece of candy on the ground, and then she gets shot from window. It gets pinged early there so they can try to get that wall bang, but that has to be something that Juno has to be ready for. Gotta expect these type of lurks out from Tasty, who almost won the round there for AKV.
I like that risk though from Lied. Like, you could win a close battle like that, maybe pick up a weapon. We're trying to punish double teleport, whether the Yoru or the Chamber. It's WADA really shine on defense. AKV want to keep the halves at least close, where they only went down 4-8 or 5-7 on both maps. Now AKV get vision on the right side, and Astralis. Big bear hug to everyone from AKV. A dare to enter their site. But Tura still try to get a spike down. Maybe. But there's just barely any space to work with, and Tasty's out exploring. They're gonna reconnect using the ult. But Starbound still within arm's reach. Gets the spike down. And I mean, both of AKV were playing independently. An important kill for Tasty to get the round back in their favor, but 30 seconds are left, and Power Pixelate had the knife out. Oh, it finishes to laser down Tasty at the end.
So did Tasty, unfortunately, because there wasn't too much time left, so they were trying to book it towards the A site. And 2 rounds or 2 scenarios we almost overcooked here on the side of the attack of AKV. The neural theft got the information on all 3 players where they were rotating from, and it seems as though Starman was trying to get the rotate back from garage. And I love that they decide to step back, anchor up solo on that C site, get your 1. And by getting their 1, you're still allowing WADA to play a player advantage. Even though you're isolated, you keep them sandwich pinned into a 1v1. And you're able to win that fight in the end. WADA, a strong lead on the defensive side. A gamble from AKV. Full weapons to the push into the A site.
Lied that early round rollout. They're showing it yet again. WADA respecting it. The flash,
No
the
way.
shock bolts, Lied. This decimates the competition basically by themselves. But AKV like to work the map, and WADA still on watch for where this hit's gonna be.
You're just hoping that they don't overcook again here for AKV. So by cutting noise, at least you thin down the defense. There's a huge gap towards B, and then you're forcing the hand of WADA. This is what I love. Now you're walking through, you're punishing them.
Spike down
And then now you
A.
play the numbers.
1 enemy
4 versus
remaining.
1 on A site. Easy for you to take now.
Someone's got to get the spike, but yeah, AKV had me worried on how they had to re-clear that space, and usually they kind of chase down when they get that initial kill. They smell blood in the water, they get more aggressive, but this map has been different. It's AKV going back and forth based on where WADA forced them to be, but 4 rounds in a row. Wait a minute. Starbound gets put to death, and AKV have broken that win streak.
Thankfully, Tasty was there to swing right after on that second shot coming through. But definitely some great punish coming out from Lied down towards sewers. That should have been a tradable scenario, especially when you had the owl drone spot into first person, then you shock dart, then you bring out a clone, and somehow all of that's being avoided.
Enemy remaining.
And you're still able to win that 1 versus 2. No trade capabilities, and AKV just an easy site to take over in the end, because again, you're forcing players to find the information in the mid round, and you've lost 2 key players.
Oh, Lied does it again. Has support. Got at least the teleport out, but oh, Dora, what a thin line to hold. Lied punished. Hunter's Fury on the offense,
Wow.
and WADA, that's just throwing something into the mix, and WADA still stand through all of that chaos. This is their playground. And Ivy and Tura make noise like they're leaving, but Tura's still inserted. Still plenty of time, and at least they'll be by each other's side.
I feel like almost at this point, Ivy maybe has to start making a play, leave the spike. I don't know, something, so you pull these rotates out. Because if you're going to re-hit towards the site, it's still another 4 versus 2. You don't really have the best of util, maybe a recon flash. And there it is.
1 enemy remaining.
Paranoia.
Yeah, that's all you got.
Down A.
Wow, for how much AKV dumped into that site to only get 1 kill, like a lot of the setups at preventing the spike from going down have been formidable. And again, this is the defense. This is where WADA are their best. It's the second half. It's the pistol, but I guess if you thrifty, it's fine. But this is far from over.
And also the shot from Starbound. I don't know if we're going to see in the replay, but it almost seems that they were trying to help out their teammate in the front of the site and gets a kill through smoke right over here. You're trying to op Tasty, and then boom, you got Dano running behind before the smoke blooms. And then it's just easy kills in the end. That's probably the main reason why they really couldn't get into the sites. They really couldn't push Starbound away after they TP'd into the site. And you see the different types of, or the different look from WADA on a defense on this A side versus the pistol round. The pistol round, you tried to go for a flood retake, and it got stuffed out by the breach. Everything after that has always been throw a site smoke and then fight into it and try to get as many as you can so that you delay enough for the rest of the flood retake to happen. If it really comes down to it and you really can't hold it, then okay, you could go back into the flood retake because you've already expended most of the util on the attack side to get into the site, and the best thing they have is maybe like another fault line after a plant for the side of AKV. So the game plan is really there for WADA, and it's been figured out before having this timeout. So now things are going to change the tempo a little bit right now for WADA. They're going to have to rethink things through just to see if they have to readapt to these type of plays from AKV after this timeout.
Still so impressive that WADA are performing this well. This is not their prime or their peak that we've seen throughout the season, but to bring in Adora and to force this map 3, they're in the lead, but for how long? Starbound shows the ace up the sleeve. But wait, there's a punish. The repeat from Starbound just to make sure AKV were gone for good. And now that
Still got a
off is
leg shot.
down, you got an Odin that is still watching A short after watching what Lai did a few rounds there. This is WADA that hold firm.
Yeah, and Ivy's at 5 HP remaining, so despite them getting the trade onto Starbound, that's still so difficult now for AKV to work in tandem to try to get this plant down. Thankfully here for WADA, they just want to play the buddy system. So it might allow AKV to get some plant, an orb, closer to Dano. I probably want to have Ivy go for the plant instead. Because in this scenario here on the Nico that you have from AKV, most likely Dano's going to die. So you want to orb max at least for Ivy to try to get closer to the Hunter's Fury. Give themselves a fighting chance here on their attack side.
And just to talk about Ivy, how flexible they've been for this team, from Sentinel Viper, duelists like Raze, initiators like Sova. Ivy fills the gaps, does what is asked, and now has to go and sacrifice themselves for the information. Try and get a lucky kill. Now Dano just have to do as much damage as they can, and with the flash coming out, Adora gets put out, or Dano, I should say, gets put out of their misery by Adora. Oh, don't leave him hang. No. Don't leave him. We had to cut away. Thanks, Prod.
No, like, I have to go get the off first. Let me go get the off first. You see, like they're trying to hold off on it. Now they pick it up. You'll probably see the fist bumps right after. But I respect, yes, Ivy pushing forward to get some information, but you're at 5 HP. You have a Vandal. You left your breach after a post plant solo with the ghost on site. You're not giving yourselves any fighting chances on a 2 versus 4. And you know that you have the aim to fight against these players, especially with the stalls that your breach could have here after this post plant on health. So unfortunately, no mini Bogdan's Law. You didn't really replace the Vandal for the pistol and the pistol for the one at low HP, and you still tried to go for a push solo, which again, maybe it wasn't drafted that deep. Just trying to get the plant down for AKV. Move into this round here. We have rifles to work with and up on the attack side, which is quite interesting to do. And then they'll try to get some early B main control in and finish wherever they want behind this Rolling Thunder.
We had that 6-3 start from WADA and map 2. AKV were able to make things as close as they could. Even overtime in map 2. And now the dimensional drift, forcing the teleport, locks in.
Down B.
The spike's down at the worst spot possible. And now that the neon wall is expired, you don't even have that going for you. AKV will be cautious about clearing. It's just a minor setback.
I think Adora TP through the trip. This is free kills, yeah.
Planted.
Oh, now AKV are surrounded. Oh, the clone gets shot and Dano loses it. They're losing their minds. They're losing the rounds, and WADA making this a very compelling first half.
So hard right now for AKV to get into sight. I mean, even if you're walking in and you're tapping onto the spike, you're a Congo line in front of B, where that position from Power Pixel A with the Hunter's Fury could get so much value. Even if you don't get the kill onto the Omen and you're still spraying towards that front of the site, Power Pixel A probably could have hit like 3 other people in the front there. You see how they're just jumping around? They're getting all the audio cues, and while all of the chaos happens, Adora's able to jump across the trip line left on the A site to get that backstab. 0 value on the Rolling Thunder that Dano has had since that plant. Think about how that scenario could be different right now. This one right here, if Dano actually let Ivy get the plant previously, that would have been now Rolling Thunder and Hunter's Fury available now that they could maybe try to leverage in their eco round.
WADA going in with confidence.
Here.
Sensing that weakness in AKV. Just now getting that ping, and well, there's more trouble around the corner. And her name is Juna. And this is another terrible place to leave the spike, but this was gonna be also a terrible round when mostly sheriffs were gonna have to paint this picture for AKV.
Hard to do. Just punish on the top of the boxes, just like the anti-eco from Juna's position and not being checked. That is also a difficult thing to do when, you know, if you place a Cypher Cam on the top of those boxes, it would have given you a better idea to scale up towards that garage. And that's what's been missing a little bit here on the side of AKV, I'd like to say. If you're trying to default around the area and try to get the garage control, when you're going to have your rifle round back, it probably has to go into that default of trying to get that drone in. Trying to figure out where that wall could be, trying to bait that out, because you're also playing that a composition that allows for you
30
to
seconds
explode
left.
a lot more once you figure out where the wall could be. Maybe avoid that into the fights.
I think best case scenario would have been getting a plant down, but
Yeah, exactly.
AKV overcook and kind of wrap around, but this is quite the win streak that WADA have built up towards. And then you have the op that, I mean, when you're just that rich, you can buy Odins, you can buy ops. There's so many threats on the defense with the double teleports. And AKV just have to try and stem the bleeding a little bit.
Nice.
They'll potentially come here. Getting a plant down would have maybe helped, but now they're one away from getting to Hunter's Fury, and the default that they have could potentially be leaning towards the C site if they want to get that orb up, but we're just trying to get our Neon in first, try to drone her in as well. And then go into the mid round from there. Even the breach is moving forward too. It looks like they want to go for the explosion into the garage, but the thing is if they try to ult from garage into C site, there's not too many players coming in from long C, and finally that's why you see here Tasty moving forward, meeting up with Tura, so they could actually go for the split.
At least AKV were definitely being aggressive around garage after marking Juna and Astralis in the previous round, which foiled all of their plans, and AKV foil all the util there, trying to make their path easier. There is a Vise wall that will be triggered, delaying things for AKV. With the smokes in place, I think it'll be fine to get the plant down. Someone has to watch garage though. And Dono may want to be in a safe position to go for the Rolling Thunder. Maybe that's just not on the menu. It's just going to be a contact push from Line. Gets caught, and Juna. It's just a carnage over in garage until Tasty has to bring the shorty into the equation. Now the defuse being held. That's not a good shot to miss. But it does stop the defuse for now. After that swing, AKV continued to live. It's just a Hunter's Fury to delay, and Starbound is dancing. That's all AKV need to do is live, and Starbound denies them both!
Starbound just wants to play with her emotions. Squeaky bum time. Whiffing so many shots on the taps, but when you're actually going into this Hunter's Fury, dodge the util, and then going for the op shot to the head hunter to protect your VIP defusing is prime Starbound. That said though, I don't understand. We didn't clear out towards that right side. We heard the Omen TP. We have to make sure at least to check there if it was a big TP or not. It allows here Juna to get a punish on two players quite easily. Tasty almost kept things close by getting two shorty kills of their own, but it comes down to WADA with a dominant half that continues forward, and now another gamble. That Rolling Thunder has been held on for like ever. And they're like, okay, let's try it finally. Let's try to split towards Seaside and actually use a Rolling Thunder here.
Starbound is used to this level of pressure. The veteran on the team. On the opposite, Juna. Oh, does get still tagged, will be punished. But hey, that's still a threat that AKV has diminished for now. But after knowing that Astralis likes to hang around there, AKV still have to be careful. Neural theft though will alleviate the unknown, and Tasty is getting marked by an Odin. So AKV will end where they tried last round. Wanted to have a lot of firepower, but Lai tries to get ahead. It's even getting speedy with the judge until Power Pixel Ace snuffs the life out of them. This half is gonna end ugly unless AKV get it together. The Rolling Thunder, you kept it for this long. It's gotta win the round, right? WADA still have 3 standing. The op shows face. Got the Omen ult just to get information, and it's Astralis that pierces through. IV 5 HP, familiar plays. WADA with a 10-2 half.
Tried to gamble on their side for AKV, holding on to the Rolling Thunder to try to push towards that spawn. Read like a book by the side of WADA, and just flood retake when everybody's isolated and on islands. It was just beautiful. It looks beautiful in the end for WADA, but just because of too many mistakes on the post-plant scenario, a Hail Mary to try to make it a 9-3 half, but unfortunately they fall behind, and it gives over the lead for WADA to close out the series in pure fashion and pure comfort of what we know WADA could do here on Haven. But before we actually get into the second half right now, let's check in with Tonello.
É isso, cara. Tô aqui então na área de Watch Parties, né? Enfim, na área de co-stream com a Carol e com a Lorene também, que são streamers, obviamente, estão aqui acompanhando e prestigiando o evento. So I'm here joined with Lorene and Carol, the co-streamers for this day of Last Chance Qualifier. Quero começar falando com você então, Carol. Tá 1-1 agora. Então, tipo assim, quem ganhar pra nós, meio que tanto faz ou você tá com o coração pra alguém específico?
Ah, tô torcendo pra WADA. Na verdade, eu quero muito que a MBR ganhe, né? Então, tanto faz ele pra mim. Mas se for pra escolher, é WADA.
So I asked her, like, who are you supporting this match? And she said, well, if I have to choose someone, I think WADA, but I just want iBUYPOWER really to win the whole thing. E agora falando com a Lorene, você já veio aqui no Ascension fazer o Watch Party, tá vindo agora na LCQ também, então como é que é mais uma vez? Tá aqui nessa sensação de estar com a rapaziada também, torcendo e tudo mais?
Ah, fazer live daqui é muito emocionante. Ainda agora que é pro Game Changers, então a gente tá torcendo muito pro MBR. E é isso. E o chat tá pedindo um salve pra você.
Um salve pro chat, é nóis, tamo junto então. So I asked her, like, how is it to be here co-streaming and of course cheering for iBUYPOWER. She said, well, I'm so excited to be here once again, and it's very good to be here with every one of you. And of course, we're really wanting iBUYPOWER to win the whole thing. I'm really supporting them guys. And then she asked me to send a shout out to their chat. So, you know, I just had to do it. É isso, de volta com vocês.
Ton of fun. So awesome to have our co-streamers live on site and backing WADA. You can't argue with that. They're up 10-2. But talk about the resilience of WADA too, to drop 3 games today and to come back like this is insane.
That's why WADA is going to get a lot of love from the community for sure. They are an unsigned teams, and you know, for a lot of these players try to make it, and even the fans seeing how much time commitment it takes to make it to this spot and still doing it without any organizational backing. It's nice to see that they're going to continue to have that support. So hopefully somebody's going to sign WADA hashtag that one. But now on the attack side, here's that push. Bro's about to get punished.
It's kind of caught walking out with nothing to do, and with the double teleports, AKV are trying to play with that spacing of moving up when hearing Starbound or Adora fall back. But AKV, you could tell that this series is really getting to them. Like, they always have such good openers on pistols, and now it's WADA with the first say.
And how insane would that be that the one pistol round that you've won so far this day is the most important pistol round to have a dominating third map against AKV, if they could continue suit with the rest of this result. That'll give them a fighting chance here to make it to the grand finals tomorrow, but AKV are still trying to make it themselves.
Oh, the double swing, solid, as AKV want to equalize, and Starbound goes unchecked, and it all just comes together beautifully. Better late than never. Yeah, time to get excited.
And that's what you need. Exactly, and that's what you need for somebody who's stepping on the stage for the first time. You are definitely coming in with a lot of shakiness in Juna, and even Adora, who's replacing Aria once again, and also Astralis. When you're not comfortable on the stage, not playing from the comfort of your home, you have the whole Brazilian crowd yelling for or against you. It does get stressful in a rare environment, so to see the veterancy of PowerPixel to force up the stand-up from Juna, put themselves comfortable here in their last match of the day. It's quite nice to see.
Series really felt like a must-win too for also AKV, who have iBUYPOWER. This was supposed to be their warm-up and not a mental boom. Now to give up that pistol for the first time, it feels like it's all on the line, and Starbound's just getting started. And AKV had to throw everything at WADA. Surely you could just suffocate them with numbers, but at least Tasty gets a jump scare.
Yeah, the backstab there onto one, but instantly traded by Starbound, who gets a 4K. So that is also gonna pull out this duel to false as soon as possible. But even then, going into the bonus round that they have here for WADA, it won't necessarily be a bonus round, because you have 4 stingers on that previous one for AKV. You only get 1 kill out of it. Your economy is not going to be in the best of scenarios here going into potentially the last map of the series. Well, this is going to hurt for them right now, and they're going to have to try to cook something up and try to bring this game back, because it's another stinger buy. It's another aggression.
It slide up to
Another shutdown.
shenanigans, and Dono is trying to be in on it. It's an int if it doesn't work out. It's a strat if it does. And this time, AKV get punished. I think WADA have come to learn that Lied likes to go fast as soon as barriers come down, and they were just ready for it. Risk doesn't pay off for AKV, and WADA see how they want to end this.
Definitely a nature of this comp here to be aggro and try to trap as much as you can. But despite the stuns, if you're reading this correctly, just like WADA did, you're able to stop this right away. The TP across on the left side was perfect. You get the backstabs. Now they have full map control after creating a diversion on B. And this might be the final stand now for AKV.
One important cutoff point is Tasty and Ivy, both with stingers at perfect range, and even with the stun, it's the paranoia from WADA. None other than Juna and Astralis.
Spike
It's a
planted.
different beast, and it's just her, the IGL, the newest player on this team, at range and against the star that is WADA. Now turning into a galaxy. But WADA, they rise from the ashes, and the LCQ goes on for them.
And WADA could stand up with big smiles after suffering the first defeat against MIBR for the day, and now finishing on a high note for this second game. And who better than also Astralis and Juna to pick up these last kill and allowing Starbound and company of WADA to move forward, or to try to move forward into the grand finals if they can. Now they're just going to have to stand and wait to see the results between AKV and MIBR coming up next to see if they have a chance once again to play in the grand finals and also to make it to Seoul in the G